som är med nu så ska jag välkomna nästa på plats. Det kommer vara Neal som jobbar på Prague Film School. Och han kommer hålla en liten kort workshop idag hur man spelar in lite inom film och så vidare. Välkomna, om ni har några frågor så får ni ställa i chatten. Annars så kör vi igång direkt. Tack så mycket, Neal. Let's see here. I'm going to put you on mute. You can unmute your...
Why don't you stay? Yeah, you could stay muted. I'll unmute.
Yeah.
Hey, Kong, how are you?
Thank you. So go ahead.
Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Neal Dhand. I'm here with Michael Brierley. We're here at Prague Film School, and we are going to set up for a shooting exercise. As you can see right now, I'm going to stand up. We are in one of our sets at school. Here is Steve Reverend, who is one of the heads of the school and a producer. Michael, I'll let you, I'm a directing instructor at the school. Michael, you can say your piece.
Hi, I'm Michael Brierley. I'm the cinematography instructor at Prague Film School. Today we're going to be, just as Neal said, doing a short exercise, which will just show you, I guess, pretty much our film studio and the way that we work here, the way we shoot cinematography exercises here. We're in a stage of lockdown, so that's why we have our masks on, pretty much. So the school is pretty empty. At the moment, the students are busy shooting their projects out of school at the moment. But we actually we have had students back at school. We're going to be shooting with the Blackmagic Pocket camera, which is our standard camera here. Although at the school we do have 4 Alexa cameras, a lot of Zeiss lenses, 4 Mini Ursa 4K cameras, 4 Red Epic cameras. We've got a lot of really great equipment at the school, and some very good instructors, I think. So today we're going to do a little exercise where we're going to be shooting an interior night scene inside our studio living room set, which is basically a film set that is built on the school campus. We pre-lit it already, and we'll do a scene with Neal will take you through the scene, basically.
Exactly. So as Michael said, we pre-lit the scene, and one way that we work with the students is, of course, on lighting exercises and how to get a certain look out of your film. Michael has lit this living room studio to make it look a little more moody, which you'll see in a moment. The lights, all of our lights are on, and he's going to make a change in a moment so we can see the lights as he set them up. There's our change. And do we want to try to see through this?
Yeah,
right?
so I think it needs to be, somebody needs to make it the spotlight. So I think, Wang, if...
So we just want to do one technical thing
there
if
should
possible.
be another
Wang.
participant called BM Bucket.
Okay. Do you want me to make him a panelist?
Yes.
That would be great.
There you go. So if he rejoins, he'll be panelist if you come right in.
Okay, perfect. So now we should be able to see the camera view in a moment. And maybe you can stay unmuted. There's the camera view. And maybe, Kwang, you can spotlight that BM Pocket image. So that's the main image everyone's seeing.
There you go.
Perfect. Okay, so now you can see this more moody cinematic view that we were talking about in the camera image that you're seeing. And it's also good to note that you can see the difference in how I look on my screen versus how I look through the camera screen. And of course, that's because of the way that Michael, the cinematographer, has lit the scene, thinking about the lenses, thinking about the lights themselves, the color of the lights. So we're going to run a brief exercise now where I'm going to act, and we're going to shoot this as we might a suspense scene. I have a fake gun with me. I'm going to pretend that I'm sneaking into a room. And our main purpose here is to show you, of course, what our studio and our space looks like, how we work together. I am a director, Michael's a cinematographer, and how you can imagine that in a classroom setting, we would have students here who would be doing a lot of these. Students would be setting up the lights under Michael's instruction. Students would be acting under my direction. So we are doing a version of that which is what we do in school. You can see that Michael now is changing some of the functionality. He's changing the aperture on the camera to allow more light in. And so in a moment, I'm going to put my camera here down. I'm going to step out, and we're going to do what we would call the master shot, which is the first shot that you do at the beginning of every scene. When we're in class, we talk a lot about what the master shot is and what its functions are. Here, we're just going to do more show it. So I'm going to place you down, you being this camera. And I'm going to, for a moment, just stop my video, so that'll be the main view. And you should still be able to hear me, even though I'm off here. So when shooting a film, of course, we want to think about mood and environment. We want to think about the ways that we can use shadow and light. We want to think about what the general feeling or specific feeling is that we want the audience to have. Are they scared? Should they be nervous? Is it funny? Is it exciting? What are we after? So we are thinking of this as a suspense scene. And in a moment now, I will step off and we will take our first shot and then maybe make some adjustments. Shall we, Michael?
Yeah, sure, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so let me hide my cook. I've got my fake gun.
Okay, good.
Ready?
Yeah, ready, yeah. Cool. Can I just see you in the doorway, Neil?
Yeah, of course.
See you in the doorway.
I wonder, Steve, if we should be unmuting that and muting me. Just as a better way to talk, or
we can. When we use battery, then we.
okay. Or maybe we should unmute Michael and mute me.
We can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute this one because it's just under here. Okay.
Neal?
So, let me see you in the doorway, please, Neil. I come through, I make a contact, take a step in. Yep. That's good. Okay, cool. Alrighty. And bring the gun up as yes, that's better. That's good.
So we're looking for that cut against the window.
Exactly. Yeah, we're looking for the cut against the window.
Yeah. So see how the gun blends in against my leg? We want to just make sure that at a certain point the audience can see it. So we're thinking about some of the contrast here.
This is called silhouette.
Silhouette, exactly.
Alright, so you can step out, thank you.
So shall we see a rehearsal?
Yeah, let's see a rehearsal.
Oh, sorry, I thought I did. Okay, so
Alright. And Michael, just tell me about that. You're good there?
okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to try a rehearsal here. Usually the director would call action. I'm also acting. Michael will call action.
Sorry, Neal, there's no sound right now. We can't hear you. Can we hear you? Can you hear us? Neal?
All right, I'll
That works.
Sorry, guys, we're back. We thought we had audio on the other computer. So what we're doing right now is rehearsing a scene. We're looking for several things. When I'm directing a scene, again, I want to make sure that it looks the way I imagine, but I'm also thinking of sound. So I walk in the door, and if I'm working with an actor, I might give them a cue. I might tell them, you hear footsteps coming down the hallway, so pause, take a minute. Are you in danger? If you're in danger, then take your gun out, because you have a gun, so you might want to use it. What are you looking for? Have you been in this room before? If you've been in this room before, you might know where to go to find what it is that you're looking for. If you haven't been in this room, I'm saying this to the actor, you might have to look all around and try to find what it is you're looking for first. So when I'm directing, I'm trying to think through all of the possibilities that the actor might have to pursue in order to achieve something within the scene. Michael was telling me a few things. He was telling me to turn the brightness up on my computer when I sat down so I can get a little more light on my face. He's very conscious of how I hold the gun, this fake gun, so we can see it against a brighter background. I'm also thinking ahead to think about what other shots I'll need for the scene. So as we are shooting together, Michael and I are always thinking, what are the next shots we're going to need? After we get this shot, what will we need next, and what will we need next? As we shoot a wide shot, which is what we're taking now, we're thinking, from here, we'll probably go into a close-up of the character to see my eyes, to see what I'm thinking. We can't tell that from this distance.
I think that this shot is great as a wide establishing shot. I'm Michael, the cinematographer. It's great as a wide angle shot, but I think it also works slightly closer so you can cut into the shot. So you can, when the editing room, the editor can cut to make the shot slightly closer as well. Could be interesting too.
Yeah. So for right now, we both like this shot and it looks interesting for us. We're going to take this shot and we're going to see if it looks good for us. And if it does, then we're going to go in to a close-up.
Okay.
Shall we try it?
Let's try it.
Okay, here we go.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm set.
I'm going to roll, okay?
Yeah, I think you should roll it.
Camera's rolling, and action! And cut.
Cut.
Very nice. It was good.
Good for camera?
It was good for camera. So you should I put on a closer lens?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Ah, thank
We'll
you.
move to a closer lens.
I'll put a closer lens.
So, Michael, the cinematographer, is going to adjust the camera to change the lens so we can get closer for another shot. When I'm working with students, again, there's a lot of things that I'm looking for that we're doing right now. I'm looking to see if they are thinking of what is the most dramatic moment of this scene. In the scene that we've just invented right now, I am a thief who's finding some information on a computer and someone comes and I get ready with my gun to protect myself. Is the important thing in the scene the information that's on the computer? Is the important thing in the scene the person who's coming into the room? Is the important thing in the scene my reaction to what I see on the computer? Is the important element of the scene my fear of being discovered? These are all different things that I need to think of, and I encourage the students to think of when they're directing a scene. Because how we direct a scene, how we interpret the scene, can lead to which shots we decide are the most important. If the fear in my eyes is the most important, then maybe subsequently and next, I need to get a close-up to show that. But if the information that is on the computer screen is the most important, I'm playing a spy who's finally cracked a code, I'm in a James Bond film, then I need to get a shot of the computer screen because that information is what's going to move the film forward. So when we think of where to place the camera and what shots to get in a movie, we're not only thinking of what looks good, we're absolutely thinking of that, absolutely, but we're also thinking of how can we step forward to move the audience ahead dramatically? How can we give the information that they need to feel excited in the film, but still withhold enough information so they feel suspense? I see someone asked, is it possible to have two most important things at once? And I think it's a good question, Albert. Absolutely, you can have two important things, my reaction and the information. They can both be very important things. When you're directing a scene, you need to prioritize. So one of these things must be more important. Is it the emotional impact? For me, that's usually the answer, the thing that gives the most emotion to the audience. You're asking what's most important for, is it possible to have two important things for the story? Yes, of course it is. But prioritization can lead to more efficient choices on a film shoot. So if I know that my reaction is more important than what's on the screen, then simply put, I would shoot that first. But secondly, I'm thinking all the way ahead to how I'm going to edit the film. And I'm thinking ahead to the order of the shots. Maybe I want to leave this scene with a surprised look on my face and hide the information of what I saw from the audience. That could give a particular emotional resonance. Okay. It's a good question, Albert. So I'm going to mute my video as we go, but we're going to keep talking about this.
So I've gone to a bit of a slightly closer lens. I've gone to a 32mm lens on camera, or 16, so there's something you see.
That looks great. Michael's lit this set very nicely. There's a lot of mood and mystery to it. There's a little bit of blue, cooler light coming in. It feels like it could be moonlight coming in. So now we're going into this closer shot. We're not all the way in close up here yet to see my eyes, but we're close enough to see a little more of my body language. We can see a bit more about maybe the trepidation or fear, or maybe excitement as I search on this laptop.
All right.
Where do you want to take it from, Michael?
Let's take it all the way through.
All the way?
It's very quite nice to have this as a cut from the scene.
Do you want to pan me in, or do you want me to enter? Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm stepping out.
Cool.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, I'm gonna roll, okay? Yep. Camera's rolling. And action. And cut. You're an actual.
How is it for camera, Michael?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah, cool.
That's good. It's good.
Okay, great. I'll turn my feed on. Yeah. You want to go to the tighter shot?
Yeah.
So you might have heard that as I was running through that scene, that Michael gave me some direction, which was great. He told me to look around. I don't know if you could all hear that, but that can help an actor during a take. We often do that from behind the camera. Just give them a little cue.
Maybe you heard the sound of police sirens.
Exactly. Yeah.
So should I'm gonna come beyond the couch and get to try something there, right?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's come to something close.
All right. So I'm just gonna pull the feeds out.
Great. So as Michael is moving the camera, and you can see that in the other camera view, again, I'll discuss some of the decisions we're making. I know you can hear my audio a bit better than Michael's, but Michael already has an idea of where to go. He's already thinking several steps ahead. So we've gotten now 2 different shots of my entrance, my pausing. When I pause between the 2 chairs here, we will add a sound in. And we could add a sound of a police siren, of footsteps, of a door opening and closing. We have a lot of different options of something else entirely. But we have to add some sound that I'll react to. In this moment here, the close-up is, as I've already said, it's an emotional shot. We relate to people through their eyes. In cinema, it's the same as in life. And so if we don't get the shot, if we stay at a distance for the scene, then we might be in danger of never really getting to know who this character is. We might be in danger of never getting to really feel this character's plight, this character's situation. So when we get into a close-up, this is the moment where we change from observing to being a little more empathetic for the character. This is one way that we might think about using a close-up. My character reacts to sounds twice. I react when I first walk into the room, and then I react again when I sit down and point the gun at the door. So if I am working with an actor, I would probably go into even more detail. Maybe I heard police sirens the first time and they flew by the building and I felt like I was safe. But now at this point, I hear several cars park. I hear doors open and slam. I hear 3 people running down the hallway towards me. That will elicit a different reaction than if I hear one person softly walking towards me. A primary goal I have as director is to try to get different types of performances from different actors. And I can do this in the ways I'm talking about. I can talk to them about the imaginary world I'm trying to create and elicit a different reaction. So let's see this close up. I'm going to mute my video. Maybe we can spotlight the camera.
Neal, can you turn your chair towards the light a little bit?
Of course, yeah.
So shift yourself that way as well. I don't like the background.
I see.
I've got that big thing. I'd rather shoot into that background over
into
there.
that background.
So go to
I
the
see.
camera right
Yep.
by the light.
I see.
You put them with the chair there. Put the chair that way, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve. Towards me. Go. And you can come a bit closer to me. And a little bit more to the right, please. Camera right. Stop there.
Okay.
This is called cheating.
Yeah, you want to
I'm
say?
cheating him around.
Okay, great. Yeah. So Michael's, as he said, he's cheating me so he can get a better background.
Because that was boring, but that is better.
Exactly.
And
no one's going to notice. No one is going to watch this film and say that chair moved by half a meter. No one's going to see it. We have to be sure that no one will see it, but we're sure on this one.
Pretty sure. I wonder if we have time to put a little bit of fill inside here. Do you have 10 minutes? Do you have 3 minutes? 2 minutes? 1 minute?
Maybe 3 or 2.
I'm doing that.
So this is a good example of something else here. And you can see that Michael is making some changes back here.
on the right side.
Michael has looked at the image and he wants what he said, a little fill. You can see that the side of my face here in the camera image is quite dark. He's trying to fill in a little bit of light on the image. So as filmmakers do, he's working rather quickly right now. This would be something that we would be doing with a student crew, of course, but we're just demonstrating how it looks now. The cinematographer is looking at the image. He's looking at the image quality. You can see that Michael's very concerned with the background. He's very concerned with how the light is falling on my face. As a director, I'm of course concerned with these things as well, but I want to be able to be thinking more about moving the story forward, how to keep the audience engaged. No problem. Okay, so we're just about set up for this close-up. The next question that we have is, how much of this scene should I do for this shot? Do I need to walk all the way in, stop and pretend to hear a sound and sit down? Or can I start behind the chair and walk around and sit down? I think that I can probably do the latter, because when I edit in post-production, I'm already thinking to post-production, editing. When I edit, I know that I've already gotten my entrance past the window and through the door in 2 different shots, in 2 different angles, 2 different sizes. So I already have that option to show it in 2 different ways. Now I'm just going to do the second half of the scene. And if you can't exactly see what it is I'm talking about, you're about to see it in the camera.
Okay, so we see you there, Neil.
So seated?
No, see now. So see what I'm doing. I'm just see this is working for you.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
There.
I can feel it. Do it again. I can feel it a tiny bit.
Oh,
Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, exactly.
nice. What's it?
And then I'll bring this up something like this, yeah?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah?
Cool, nice.
Yeah, it's good. So we can find, right now.
So you have a laptop on your desk as well. So
Exactly. So I have the laptop. And
maybe you can keep the laptop up a little if possible. No, maybe not, huh?
no, maybe not.
Yeah, okay.
But I still think that this is good,
And
right?
maybe a bit closer to camera with that.
Yeah,
that's
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at this difference. If I aim here versus here.
And if I bring the focus to the gun or to his eyes.
Yeah, good.
Better.
Yeah. This one here is so much better and more dramatic than here, which is kind of off somewhere else. Here's so much more direct.
The background picture, can you put it to the right, see? The granny. Camera right? Yeah, camera right. She's a bit too weird.
She's too featured, right?
She's a bit too far.
Yeah.
bring it into the front of it, Steve. It's on the edge. Stop there somewhere. Yeah.
Hi, Neil.
Hi, Kang.
Team, how's it going? I just want to remind you guys about 2 minutes left. So
Yeah,
wrap.
we'll get this last shot and then we'll wrap up.
Perfect. Thank you.
So why don't we roll on the close-up?
Okay, camera's rolling.
Okay, and you guys can see that I'm gonna step out, and now I'm out of the shot, but I'm not out of the room. I don't need to be. And I'm just gonna enter from here.
And action. Wow, 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 wow. 3 times.
And that's a cut. That's great. Okay. Good motivation, Michael.
Good siren, yeah.
That was great. So I think we're just about out of time here. Thank you, everyone. You can see that we got 3 shots. We worked quite quickly. It's just a demonstration of, I think, some of the tools we have, some of the ways that we work here. Michael, anything to add here?
Yeah, good. Well, that's it. Yeah, so we're shooting interior light, as we call it, as a cinematographer. I'm a cameraman here, so I'm shooting about the cinematography. Interior light in our studio living room set at Prague Film School, and that's kind of it. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks. Cool.
Okej, thank you very much for the team from Prague Film School. Tack så mycket för att ni lyssnade på det här. Detta var Prague Film School som erbjuder filmmaking, acting och documentary film i Tjeckien, i Prag. En liten smakprov på vad man kan läsa där borta exempelvis.